Good morning, good day, good evening. I'm gonna do a little lunar flow practice today. Let's see, we had a new moon on Saturday, so now the moon is in its waxing phase. We are building, we are exerting, we're doing action, we are eating foods that give our bodies life and energy, we are hydrating our skin, we're building our gut flora, taking strides for our businesses or for our life direction, and yeah, we're gonna exert ourselves a little bit today. So let's start off in a child's pose. So find your way down to your yoga mat. And be deliberate with how you set yourself up in this pose. You can take your knees wide. This will feel good in your hips, or you'll feel it in your hips. If you walk your knees together, then you'll feel it more in your low back. Take a couple of slow, deliberate, intentional breaths, just to kind of get your brain and your body to all land in the same place on your yoga mat. We're going to start off the week with a closeness to our emotional body. The moon will be in Cancer. And we'll have some volume to our emotional body when the moon goes into Leo, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the rest of the week, the moon will be in Virgo. It'll be a little bit more practical. We'll have a little bit more order to our emotional bodies. So it's just kind of the flow this week. Everything's building and increasing and getting brighter. We've got our emotions to listen to for guidance. We've got our heart to listen to for guidance. And we've got our discernment to listen to for guidance. Let's move our body up to a tabletop position. Walk your hands so they fall beneath your shoulders. Walk your knees so they fall beneath your hips. And make a couple wiggles from side to side. Go slow. Yeah, we're just in the beginning of the building phase. So we're gonna do some slow burn type stuff today. I'm gonna get focused on what it is that we're trying to build in our lives, in our businesses, in our relationships. So just let those things come to mind. Let them come to the front burner. What it is that you are building. Make your way back to a neutral spine. Begin to cat and cow with your breath. So we're just moving the spine up and down instead of side to side. Again, don't be afraid to go slow. Really get your brain and body in the same place. Brain where your feet are, instead of later today or back to yesterday. Awesome. Let's bring the spine back down to neutral. And then take your right leg back towards the back of your mat. We're going to take it long and up in the air so our heel and our hip are parallel. Take your left hand forward and make as long of a line between your heel and your fingertips as you possibly can. So it helps me to notice where my belly button is and squeeze in from there. I can build stability, and then from stability I can stretch out a little bit longer. Good, bring your hand back down to the ground, but keep your leg lifted. We're going to take a modified side plank by lifting the right hand up to the ceiling. Pull in through your belly button. Pull your shoulder blades together. We'll move from right here into a twist. So we'll set our right knee down under our right hip bone and then thread the needle. Bring your right shoulder down under your left armpit. Bring the right temple down to the mat. And just let your body twist. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. And then make your way back to center. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips. From here, let's take a high plank before we move to the other side. So tuck your toes under, lift your knees up off the ground, stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. And then pull your shoulder blades towards your spine. So we're integrating through our upper body. Hold steady, look down between your hands, eyes open. Hold steady. Hold right here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees down to the ground. Walk them in close together. Move your hips back towards your heels, child's pose. And then lift back up, pull your way forward. We'll move into a cobra. Set your hips down, lift your chest up off of the mat, pull your heart through, forward. And then go back to your child's. Make this flow a couple of times on your own. After your next child's pose, make your way back to tabletop. Move your knees apart so they come down right below your hip bones. Take your left heel back. Take your right hand forward, spinal stabilization. Find your belly button, find your center, squeeze to center, and then reach away from center. Long line from heel to fingertips. Set your right hand down under your right shoulder and take your side plank with your left hand reaching up to the ceiling. We stack up on our right wrist, we stack up on our right knee, and do your best to engage everything. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your shoulder blades together, squeeze your belly button in, your low ribs in together. And then slowly move into your threaded needle. Set your left knee down, thread your left arm under your right arm. Rest your head to the ground. Monday through Thursday this week, we feel more inclined to act on our emotions. It's kind of like an initiatory energy. Cancer is one of the cardinal signs. Cardinal signs are the ones that bring the seasons. We can't stop them from starting. So if we're feeling something, if we're feeling emotional about something, or emotionally attached to something, Monday, Tuesday, we're going to want to probably do something about it. And that goes right into Wednesday, Thursday when the moon is in Leo. The moon is in a fire sign, we want to take action on our feelings. When the moon is in a cardinal sign, we want to take action on our feelings. Let's come back up to tabletop. And then let's find our plank pose again. Take your legs long behind you, tuck your toes, stack up, shoulders on wrists, heels on toes. So we can use that initiatory energy. We can use it for good or we can use it for evil. I say that very lightly, just joking, really. But our emotions can be a huge asset. They can be a huge liability as well. So as we move through our practice today, I want you to check in with your emotional body often. Notice what you feel. And if you're feeling something, is there a way that you can exert yourself to kind of capitalize upon that feeling? Good. Hold steady here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your knees down. We're going to move through child's to cobra a few more times. So begin to flow hips to child's pose and then up and forward and through for your cobra. Take one more. We'll take one more cobra, and after that cobra, we'll move to downward facing dog. Take some pedals with your feet, stretching open your legs, your ankles, your feet. Letting those themes of initiatory emotion just fill your mind. Populate your brain space for a moment. Press down into your heels and then separate your feet so your feet go wide. Let's walk our hands back to our feet. And then bring your peace fingers around your big toes. You have to bend your knees, that's perfectly fine. Inhale, long spine. We're gonna pull our heart forward. Exhale, fold forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Again, breathe in, lengthen your spine. And then fold it out. Release your toes. Inhale, reach up high, reach up overhead. Exhale, interlace your hands down by your tailbone. Inhale, press your knuckles towards the ground. Lift your eyes and heart up. And then exhale to fold your way forward. One more big inhale and exhale right here. And then find ragdoll. Release your hands. Grab onto your elbows. See if you can find any more forward movement, any more forward stretch. Feel that in the backs of the legs. Maybe into your low back. Maybe in your upper back. Release your hands down to the ground. Walk your feet in together. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Extended mountain pose. Press down, reach up, breath in. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. High plank, walk your hands back towards the top of your mat. You can take a breath in right here And then as you exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. So if you'd like to add in a flow, add in a flow. If you want to press straight back, then press straight back. Take 5 breaths here. Working your focus through your body, making sure everything is engaged. We want our arms accounted for, our legs, our buns, our core. And check in with the muscles in your face. 2 more breaths. And step or hop your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Extended mountain pose, root to rise, reach up for the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank, take your feet back. Inhale here. Exhale, find downward facing dog, any way you choose to get there. 5 breaths in your down dog. Even though we're not moving, make this active. Practice initiation. One more inhale, exhale. And then move your feet to your fingers. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reach up for the ceiling, big breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Choose how you arrive in the pose. 5 breaths right here. Bring action to your body. Make sure all of your muscles are engaged. There's a lot. You have over 600. See how many you can become aware of in this posture. One more. Inhale, exhale. And walk your feet together and walk back towards the back of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Extended mountain pose, inhale. And then exhale into Utkatasana. Sit down nice and low. Pull in through your belly button. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. Initiation. Calculated initiation. We're thinking about our actions before we take them. That helps us to build more efficiently. It helps us to build more effectively. If we think about what we do before we do it, there's a really good chance that it's going to go a little bit smoother than if we're just winging it all the time, or if we're just responding to emotions all the time. On your next inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, drop your arms down by your sides. Pick up your right knee. Let's come back into a chair pose. 5 breaths, hold steady. Let's Squeeze your glutes a little bit more. Reach a little bit higher through your fingers. And inhale, stand up. Exhale, drop your arms down by your sides, palms forward, and pick your left knee up. Make sure that you're thinking about what you're doing. Your foot is flexed. We don't have any noodles in our body. We don't have any things sinking in our body. Everything is holding itself up. We're holding up the skeleton intentionally. Let's come back down to our chair. Feet find the floor, fingertips reach up for the ceiling. On the next inhale, stand up. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. High plank, breathe out. Breathe into your plank. Breathe out to downward facing dog, any way that you choose to get there. Lift up with your right leg. Take it up high, bend your heel, bring your heel towards your bum. And then pull your right knee through towards your left elbow. Hold steady. On the next inhale, take your right leg up and back, and then step it through. We're gonna inhale for a warrior one. And then exhale your hands down to the ground. Move your foot back to plank. Find downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Left leg lifts up, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knee. Take a breath. Then exhale, left knee, right elbow, and hold. Hold steady, hold strong. Everything is engaged. Everything is active. We're exerting our energy. Next inhale, go up and back. And exhale, step forward, warrior one. One breath here. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands down. Move to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Right leg inhale. Exhale, right knee to nose. Hold, hold steady. Next inhale, leg goes up and back. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands down. High plank to downward facing dog. You choose your flow. Take a breath into down dog. And a breath out of down dog. Left leg lifts up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, hold. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step it up between your hands. Inhale, warrior one, go up tall with your fingers. And exhale, hands to the mat, move to downward facing dog. One more on each side. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. hold steady. Practice exerting your energy in deliberate ways, even when it's uncomfortable. Take your right leg up and back, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Warrior one, take your breath in. Breathe out, hands to mat. Move to downward facing dog. Take your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, hold steady. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, warrior one. Step your left foot forward. Breathe in, reach up high. Breathe out, hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Come down to your hands and knees. And let's bring our forearms down to the mat. Slide them forward a little bit. We're gonna find a melting heart pose. Let your chest lower down towards the ground. We should feel this around our chest, kind of in the armpit area. Allow your chest to open. Take a big breath out. And come back up to your hands and knees. Let's bring our seat down to the ground. Bring your legs out in front of you. And stretch your legs out nice and long. Lift your spine, chest up really tall. Take a breath and reach up overhead. And take a breath out to fold your way forward. So if we really want to kind of optimize the cosmic energy for the week, we will use the stuff that comes up in our heart, the stuff that comes up in our gut, those kind of gut feelings or those emotional reactions that we feel compelled to act upon. We'll get really familiar with those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Really practice feeling, really practice listening to our heart. And then the rest of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when we have a little bit more access to order and practicality, we'll know better what steps to take because we've been listening to our heart. We've been listening to our gut direct us. So it'll just be a little bit easier to know what to do, what action steps to take, what stepping stones to lay out for you. Walk your chest back up, your hands back in towards your hips. Bend your right knee and cross your right foot over your left thigh. Let's stretch our hands up to the ceiling and then twist to the right. Put your right hand behind you. You can use your left arm like a lever to help you twist your chest open, or you can pull your knee towards your chest. This will kind of give you two different stretches. Move our chest and spine back to neutral. Bring your foot to the inside of your thigh. We're going to connect the bottoms of our feet for a cobbler pose. So grab onto your feet or your shins or your ankles. Inhale, chest up high. And then exhale, fold your chest forward towards the floor. Also this week, yes, we're building. Yes, we have initiatory feelings. We have practicality. But we also have the sun switching signs. The sun moves into Cancer this week. Moves in on Wednesday. So it's going to bring our emotional body even closer to the surface still, and how we present ourselves and how we act out. Our life force energy. This is a really good time, this Cancer season, to tend to matters of your home, your private life, your living situation. It's also a really good time to remother yourself where you can. Cancer is related to the mother, and to creation and to feeling and to that kind of more private side of you that exists when you close your door and you lock it, and the world is on the outside and you are on the inside. So lift your spine back up tall. Take your legs out long in front of you. Let's bend the left knee, cross the left foot over the right thigh. Inhale, reach up through your hands and fingers. Exhale, twist to the left. Again, choose what makes sense for your body. Use your arm like a lever or to pull your knee towards your body. Untwist. We'll take our feet into that same shape. The bottoms of the feet connect. This time, take your feet further away from your hips. So no matter where they were last time, find more of a diamond shape with your lower body. And then slowly work your way forward. The end of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just with the moon being in Virgo, we have just a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more adaptability, a little bit more versatility, and sometimes those traits can look like indecisiveness or nervousness or anxiety. So if we spend the time in the beginning of the week really getting clear on our motivations, on our direction, where our heart is telling us to go, where our emotional body is telling us to go, that provides an even stronger foundation for the last part of the week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you find yourself feeling anxious or irritated or like busy on the inside, almost like compulsive need for stimulation or for things to do, remind yourself of the feeling that you were experiencing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The gut feelings that you had, your heart feelings, your heart desires. When we remember those things that are important to us, that can make it easier to make decisions. Can make it easier to navigate through like lots of options or nervousness or overwhelm. Because that thing that we know, that thing that we're emotionally attached to, or that thing that like our gut feeling or that thing that our heart is guiding us to, it's unwavering. It's strong energy. Walk your hands back up towards your chest. Bring your legs in so you're sitting in an easy seat. And take your right hand over to your left knee. I want you to make sure your belly button stays pointing forward towards the top of your mat. And we're just gonna twist up like our upper spine. So we should feel this more behind the heart space. It might feel like you're not getting as much rotation because you're not. We're not twisting the whole spine. Just that area behind your heart. Move back through center. We'll go the other side. Left hand, right knee. Belly button stays pointing forward. Lift your chest up. Look back over your right shoulder. And bring your spine back to neutral. Connect your hands together at your heart. Pause for a few moments here. Bring to mind your intention, what it is that you are trying to grow, what you're trying to build, or what you are building. And just hold it in your heart that every day that passes, the light gets brighter on the moon, and the light gets brighter on your intention. It gets blown up by the planetary energies. Magnifying your actions, just kind of rearranging things to bring you closer to your goals, your dreams. With all my love and all my gratitude, namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you have an amazing day. Remember, emotions are not bad, even if they don't feel comfortable. They're like little GPS indicators of how aligned you are. So have a lovely day, and I will see you soon.